Welcome everyone to Combat Wrestling Trivia. Tonight we have a great matchup for you as the Twitch TV Championship is on the line as Jacob Cameron will defend against Scott Gotta and Paul Mead. Thank you to Jay Burns. He says, are we doing TV trivia? No, it's the Twitch Television Championship trivia, wrestling trivia still. But thank you for the 2 gift subs, Jay. Still need to go to your stream and do the same, but you stream when I'm like sleeping. My bad. But yes, thank you for the gift streams. Congratulations to my friend Karina and Mr. Eric Moreno for getting gift subs from Jay. Appreciate you. JB3 is here. He says, yes. Wrestling on TV. I mean, wrestling is on TV. That is very true. Has been for many, many years. So we're going to go ahead and introduce your players today. Introducing the first challenger. He is a former 2-time CWT Pro Wrestling Trivia Champion and looking to become the second person to win both the CWT Pro Wrestling Trivia Championship and the TV Championship. He's a big fan of the Canadian World Order. It's Paul Mead. Paul, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Kind of tired, but I'm looking to become, since I'm a Clash winner, I'm calling if I win tonight, I'm a Triple Crown champion. So I'm ready to face these really great opponents. So see if I can win another title.
You're gonna have to see if you can. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you. Wow. Shout out to JB3's hairline. Speaking of Clash winners, Eric Moreno could be a Clash winner when he takes on Jacob Barber. Welcome in, Eric. And he says, absolutely. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, introducing the second competitor and challenge for the Twitch TV Championship. He still is the WWE Stump the Bump Trivia Championship and a former Talkamania Trivimania champion. It's Scott Gotta. Scott, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great. What's up, everybody? Excited for my first crack at a CWT title. These are definitely my 2 toughest opponents from the Clash, so it's going to be a challenge for sure, but I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. We're going to have to find if you can topple this man because he's the current Twitch TV champion. He actually defeated Eric Moreno for that title. His faction mate and tag team partner. It's Jacob Cameron. Jacob, how we doing?
I'm doing very well, Cass. Tonight is all about closing old business. Scott and I, in our history in CWT, are 1-1. That's going to be 2-1 in my favor by the end of this match. As far as Paul goes, well, he beat me in the Clash, and that is an injustice that just will not stand. So, I'm going to take a page from the Marshall Tucker Band. I'm going to close out all my accounts and then hit the road again.
Well, we're going to have to find out what will happen there. For those of you watching at home, I just had to put up the little, the Twitch, the old Twitch TV wheel of doom to decide the category when we get to that round. But, you're welcome. You're welcome, Eric. I'm sorry. I promoted you that you're in the Twitch TV, the Clash Finals. You're welcome. No more time for that. Since there's not going to be no rules on screen to this is a triple threat match, and I will tell you how a triple threat match works because it's been a while. It's been since last Prestige that we did one. I believe it was Travis Fame, it was Topher, and it was Andrew the Dude Hayes. They could beat a triple threat match. I haven't done one since. So I will let you know that the first round of a triple threat match will consist of 7 questions, 2 in each person's strength, and then a final question with 3 possible answers because it's a triple threat. So your final question instead of 4 has 3 questions. And that's what we're going to start with. So you have 9 possible points available in round number 1. And we are going to start with Jacob's strength. And Jacob, you chose Undertaker in the 2000s. And your questions for all of you is, at which pay-per-view event did The Undertaker win his first World Heavyweight Championship? Anyway, let's go Scary Gentleman from Eric. JB3 says facts, and he said best of luck to y'all. All right. Looks like I'm assuming you guys were all in pretty quickly.
Wait a minute. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm in.
All right. Jacob, what do you have?
WrestleMania 23.
And Paul?
Did we need a number? It just said WrestleMania.
No, you didn't need the number. Scott.
Okay, let's
I
start.
like the number. I got WrestleMania 23.
Yep. Numbers fall along with years. You do not need them. But yes, that is a clean sweep for everyone. So go on to your second question. The category of The Undertaker in the 2000s. Who did The Undertaker defeat in a casket match of the 2005 Royal Rumble? Alright, you guys are in pretty quick on that one too. We'll go back around the other way. Scott, what do you got?
I got Heidenreich.
Paul,
Heidenreich.
Jacob.
I'm a big fan of his poetry, Heidenreich.
I'm a big fan of what he does to Michael Cole, but it is Heidenreich.
Oh dear.
Alright, so now we're going to move on to Paul's strength, which is a WCW during the era of Nitro. So from late 95 to 01. And your first question is, who won the main event of Starrcade 1999? Alright, looks like everyone is in again. Jacob, what do you got?
Bret Hart.
Paul,
His favorite match of all time, Bret Hart.
Scott.
I also have Bret Hart.
Bret Hart is the correct answer. Start the date of Starrcade 99. Actually, we get that day off of work every year in Canada because it's such a tragic holiday that we have to go mourning. All right. Your second question is, which two members of the Four Horsemen defeated the Faces of Fear in a tag team match at Halloween Havoc 1996? So we need both names. No WWT rules applying here today. Does everyone have two names?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Scott, what do you have?
I don't know if this is right, but I put Mongo and Jeff Jarrett.
Half right. Paul, what do you got?
Said Benoit and Michael.
All right. You got it
Michael.
all. Jacob, do you have that too?
Benoit, Arn Anderson.
So if you and Scott were together, you both had one half, but Paul got all of it. It was Chris Benoit and Steve Mongo McMichael. Paul taking the first lead of the game. So you go on to your next question in Scott's strength, and it is WWE pay-per-view posters. First question. Who appears as the referee between Rey Mysterio and John Cena on the poster for Capital Punishment 2011? Did I fix the title? Nope, no WWT rules on that, Eric, but it wouldn't have mattered because even if we did WWT rules, Paul would have only had the point. All right. Jacob, what do you got?
To quote Cleveland from Family Guy, that's President Obama, Barack Obama.
Oh, man. Yeah, I should have thought of that. That's the news.
All right, Scott.
Barack Obama.
Jacob and Scott tying the game back up at 4 as we go on to your second question in pay-per-view posters. On the SummerSlam 1998 poster, Stone Cold Steve Austin was swinging a piece of which New York City structure at The Undertaker? Personally, love this poster. I actually might get it printed soon.
So just to clarify, we need the landmark, correct?
Yes, the landmark itself, yes.
Okay, I'm
There's a
just...
lot of famous buildings, especially at that time. There might have been a little bit more. I don't want to offend any Americans. There was a little bit more buildings back then, but there's a lot of buildings in New York.
Just want to make sure that I heard it right.
Yep, it was a structure of New York City.
Yeah. I'm changing mine.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Scott, what do you got?
So I first had what I think the Undertaker was held in his hand. So I changed my answer from Empire State Building to Statue of Liberty.
Paul.
That's what Statue of Liberty.
Jacob?
Statue of Liberty.
It's a clean sweep across the board. It was the Statue of Liberty. And yes, the Undertaker did have the Empire State Building. That's why I didn't want to put like building, so I was like, I'll put structure because it counts.
Yeah.
All right, so 5 to 5 to 5. Tight game as we go into your 3-point question. So you're looking for 3 names here. Which 3 wrestlers competed for the NXT North American Championship in a triple threat match at NXT Great American Bash 2023? Go to some of our things. Paul looks like he might struggle in this category. I mean, he did after we got the tie on was with capital punishment, but he did get the Statue of Liberty. Yep. JV3 had Empire State Building. No, that was what Undertaker had. Eric did get the Liberty Madam. I may have accepted that. I don't know American culture. Someone would have to fact check that for me. Paul's cap is on. Jacob looks like he's done. Scott still thinking?
No, I have 3 names.
All right. So, we're going to go to you first. Jacob, what do you have?
Wesley Dijak Trick Williams.
Okay. And Paul?
And if he's right, I at least I pull out 2 of them. Wesley, Joe Gacy, Dijak.
And Scott?
I put Wesley, Dominic Mysterio, and Mustafa Ali.
So, the correct answers are Wesley, Dominic Mysterio, and Mustafa Ali.
Yo! Wow.
Scott getting the sweep. Yeah, I believe they did like a bunch of triple threats for the NXT title, so the North American title. So that's why I was like, that's a good question because people might not remember which one's which. So we have a score of 6 for Jacob, 6 for Paul, 8 for Scott, taking a lead as we go into the next round. And because it's actually at the top of my spreadsheet, we're just going to start with you in round number 2. Because round number 2 will work the same as a normal round 2. The 3 of you will get 4 questions each. Jacob, we're going to start with you because you're on the top, because you currently are tied with Paul. And your first question, Shawn Michaels in his final run, 02 to 2010. We won't count that 2018 thing. All right.
Nobody does.
I don't blame them. All right. So, your question is, Shawn Michaels defeated Triple H in which type of match in the 2005 edition of the Tribute to the Troops event?
Well, this is Tribute to the Troops, so it's got to be a boot camp match.
That is correct. It was a boot camp match.
Cosmic Law states that there must be one at all those shows.
That's why it's your first question. All right. Next question. Who did Shawn Michaels first defend the World Heavyweight Championship against on Monday Night Raw after winning it at Survivor Series 2002?
And he was so happy about it, too. RVD.
It was Rob Van Dam. As a child, watched that match, and I was like, holy shit, this is going to be amazing, and then it got ruined. All right.
Yeah.
Your next question is, who did Shawn Michaels save from a Chris Jericho beatdown at No Way Out 2003, which was his first live appearance in Montreal since the Screwjob?
Here's a name, Hulk Hogan.
That is, Hulk Hogan did compete on that event, but that is incorrect. This was after Chris Jericho had defeated Jeff Hardy in the opener of that show.
Oh.
Shawn Michaels came out for the save and got booed very badly. All right.
Oh, that makes sense now. Yeah.
So, your final question is: D-Generation X lost the Unified Tag Team Championships to Showmiz on an episode of Raw in 2010 in a triple threat tag team match. Who was the other team in the match?
Man, the tag team scene was a mess this year. It could literally be anyone. Let's go R-Truth and John Morrison.
That is also incorrect. It was CM Punk and Luke Gallows, who
Oh,
also accepted the Straight Edge Society.
That makes a lot of sense.
All right. So that'll give you 2 points on the round, bringing you up to 8. As we go on to Paul's questions, but before we do, let's see what the chat is saying. And that last one, they had a great pull for Scott on the triple threat. He had Rob Van Dam, the Hart Dynasty. Oh, that is random. Yeah, that's why it's a question 4. All right. And we are in a title match, so a little harder. So, Paul, your questions in TNA Wrestling are: first, which wrestler won a fatal 4-way match to become tag team champions with Kurt Angle after Angle defeated Samoa Joe to become the full owner of the titles?
Sting.
Sting is the correct answer. What was the last pay-per-view event in which TNA's main championships were from the NWA?
Oh, man. I hope the pay-per-view dated this month, 2 years in a row. Sacrifice 2007.
That is correct. Great pull.
Yeah.
And
I think Sacrifice was the May pay-per-view for a while. So.
And your third question. Which future IWGP Heavyweight Champion did AJ Styles defeated Final Resolution 2006? Thank you, JB3. Thank you.
Man. I had to pick two names, and one name oh. I kick myself with the other one, because I feel like it's might be trick question, kind of. But they're throwing up, being awkward. I want to say Tanahashi.
Tanahashi is correct.
Okay. I was going to say, if it's Kurt Angle, I was going to kick myself.
No, he didn't come in until later.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't mess with you like that.
No, you're wrong. Or would have, yeah.
Yes, I believe it might have been Tanahashi's only TNA appearance. But yeah.
Yeah.
Now your final question is: which wrestler was the X Division champion when the championship name changed to the Global Force Wrestling X Division Championship?
Okay. one name sticking out. The one has changed. Let's say Trevor Lee.
I believe you were close. I think he was the second, but when it changed, it was Sanjay Dutt.
Okay.
Paul, to
Glad you
make
don't
you feel
look
any better, I was thinking Trevor Lee too.
Alright, so Paul, that'll bring me
Yeah.
up to 9 as we move on to Scott, and you chose WWF New Generation Era. And your first question is, who challenged for the Intercontinental Championship at In Your House Final Four?
Hunter Hearst Helmsley.
That is correct. I believe The Rock had just defeated him for the title, so he was the challenger at the show.
I had to think about Thursday Raw Thursday.
Yeah.
How many In Your House pay-per-view events happened in 1995?
Okay. First one was in May. Second one was July. Third one was September. October was one. In December. 5.
5 is correct. And your third question. Who was the first wrestler eliminated from the 1995 Royal Rumble match?
Whoever number 3 was, probably. Man. I'm not going to get this one. I'm just going to say Bob Sparkplug Holly.
Not a bad guess, but we were looking for Jimmy Del Rey. Was I
Oh,
can't remember if he
haven't
was the
watched.
third person in or not, but it was Jimmy Del Rey. We have one question remaining, and we're sticking with the Royal Rumble, but not that one. Your question is, of the wrestlers from AAA that participated in the 1997 Royal Rumble, who of them eliminated the most wrestlers?
I mean, he eliminated himself, so if that gets added to the total, I don't know if it's right or not, but I'll just say Mil Mascaris.
The correct answer is Mil Mascaris.
All right.
But I don't think himself is included, but yeah, he is listed as eliminating 2 wrestlers. Those 2 wrestlers were... Probably like, yeah, he eliminated the other AAA guys. He eliminated Peroth and Cibernetico.
Okay.
Yeah, so he eliminated 2, and then I think one of the other guys only had 1, and then the other 2 guys had 0. Alright, so, Scott, that brings you got 3 points, brings you up to 11. 11 to 9 to 8. So go into round number 3. And round number 3, well, we're going to have to find out how it works. You guys can't see this, but we are bringing up the wheel on the screen. For those at home, I promise these guys won't lie to you, and I promise I'll be legit. So, before we begin, since I know Jay Burns, if he's still watching, would you guys like a prime spin before the real spin, or do you just want to spin it? Like, would you like me to spin it before the actual spin, or what do you guys want? Take a vote.
I wouldn't mind a test spin.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's 2 to 1. So, Scott, your opinion doesn't matter. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
All right, so we're going to do a test spin. It's
I
going
don't know
right
what
now.
that'll be.
Alright, so the test spin for the round lands on Battle Zone, but now you will get the actual spin in. And 3, 2, 1, spin. And it lands on Battle Zone. Alright, so we're doing the Battle Zone.
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. We are doing the Battle Zone for round number 3. So, the Battle Zone will work the same as anything, except because it's a triple threat, there will be 15 answers. So you guys will go back and forth over those 15 answers, and see how many you get. Just wasn't sure which one we were doing, so let me just take a thing here so I can write down your answers. We'll be going Jacob, then Paul, then Scott third. Alright. So, today your question might be a little confusing. If anyone wants clarification, please let me know. Because there are 16 possible answers, but we only need 15. And your question comes today in World Championship factions. And your question is, who are 15 of the wrestlers that a member of the Ministry of Darkness has defeated to win a World Championship in the WWE? So it's a little bit of a two-part question. So they had to have been in the Ministry of Darkness at some point in their career. And then who are the people that they have defeated to win a world title?
So they had to have been in the Ministry of Darkness.
Yeah, and then won a world title, but who were the 15 people?
Who did they beat? Oh,
yes,
okay.
for their world titles across their entire career in WWE.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Jacob, we will start with you.
Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Paul.
Eddie Guerrero.
Just getting JBL right out of the way. All right, Scott.
All right, sorry, I did this question backwards, so I'm glad I didn't go first.
Oh man.
Okay. What was said so far? Sorry, Hogan.
Hulk Hogan and Eddie Guerrero.
Okay. Alberto Del Rio.
Okay. And Jacob.
Steve Austin.
All right. And Paul.
Batista.
We'll throw back to a previous question. Scott.
John Cena.
Okay. And Jacob.
Now, clarification, is this like strictly WWE title or can it be Big Gold too?
No, any world championship
Okay.
in the WWE.
Okay.
Any WWE recognized world title.
Okay, I'm just
Yep.
making
No,
sure.
you're good. You're good.
Okay. CM Punk.
Okay. And Paul.
Dolph Ziggler.
Okay. Scott.
Undertaker.
Okay. And Jacob.
Randy Orton.
Okay. And Paul.
Kane.
Okay. Scott.
Um, Jeff Hardy.
Okay. And Jacob, your final one.
Rey Mysterio.
And Paul.
Psycho Sid.
Yep. And Scott, your final one.
Oh, yeah. Triple H.
Okay. Okay. So, your answers are Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, Sid, Edge. No one said Edge, even though he was one, but Undertaker beat him.
Oh,
at
I had it on my
WrestleMania
list
24.
for you.
Batista,
Yep.
CM Punk. So I believe that covers all of Undertaker's. Eddie Guerrero for JBL. Then Edge has John Cena, Rob Van Dam, Triple H. No one said, or no, you said Triple H. No one said Rob Van
Yeah,
Dam.
you
That's
said
what it was. No one said Rob Van Dam. Jeff Hardy, The Undertaker, Kane, Dolph Ziggler, and then Alberto Del Rio and Randy Orton for Who the hell would that have been?
Christian.
Christian, right, Christian. Yeah, Virgil Del Rio and Randy Orton. I forget when I wrote this. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Rey Mysterio, not an answer because Kane was not in the Ministry of Darkness. Unless you could challenge that he was, but I don't think he was.
I mean, Mysterio was in a chamber match where Edge won.
But they had to have been the champion going in.
Yeah.
Okay, I overthought it. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about maybe Kane might have been the Ministry of Darkness, but no. Okay. So
no, I was. I don't know what I was thinking with that.
So
it's all right. I was thinking you wanted 15 wrestlers that were a member of the Ministry of Darkness. That
okay.
Title. And then I realized, wait, I can only find 4 people.
4 people? There's much more to that.
Paul Bear didn't win a championship.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I think I was in the Ministry of Darkness, and I was 2.
Oh, God. So Jacob, that'll bring you up to 12. Paul up to 14. Scott up to 16. Still anyone's game as we go into our final round. The final round will work the same as every other final round, except we will have 3 of you answering. Scott, you are in the lead, so how many times are we going to shuffle the final round between 1 and 3?
That's a triple threat. Let's do it 3 times.
Sure. 1, 2, and 3. Now, Jacob, what 3 numbers are we playing between 1 and 20?
5, 14, 19.
Okay. So, your question. And number 5 comes in the category of Japan.
Okay.
So you will need your writing thing again, Jacob. This is for all of you to answer. We're playing it like the class rules are still in effect for probably the rest of CWT because it helps me save questions. All right. So your first question for all 3 of you is: which former TNA World Champion is the only American wrestler to have held the GHC Heavyweight Championship in Pro Wrestling Noah? It's actually bothering me that Noah isn't capitalized. Hold on. There we go. Looks like you guys are all in. Everyone, 3, 2. Scott, you good?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
All right, Scott, we'll start with you.
I know what it is if I'm wrong then, but I put Jeff Jarrett.
All right, and Paul.
Yeah, I have a shot. Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards. And Jacob.
Eddie Edwards.
Eddie Edwards is the correct answer. Moving our scores 15 to 6, 17 to 16. Paul taking the short lead. So go on to your next question. It's number 14. And that corresponds to Black Excellence. I don't have the graphic on here right now, but Archie, wait, no, I do. Wait, do I? I have to, right? No, I do not have it. Anyway, follow our friends at Strictly for the Culture on Twitter at always SFCTC. Go at strictlyfortheculture.ca to order their exclusive merchandise like the hat JB3 now wears. It's a great hat. It's a great company. They support black wrestlers. So your question in Black Excellence is:
okay,
who did Carmelo Hayes defeat in the finals of the 2021 NXT Breakout Tournament? Yes, and hashtag build, as JB3 says. Does everyone have an answer?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Jacob, I'll start with you.
Trey Baxter.
Paul.
Odyssey Jones.
Scott.
Yeah, I know I'm wrong. I put Grayson Waller.
Alright. So, the winner of this match and the new Twitch TV champion by technical knockout. Yes, proportions are only worth 3 points, so no one could catch Paul. But the correct answer is two-time Raw draftee Odyssey Jones. That was the correct answer. So Paul, you were in the middle of the pack the entire route. You went for it hard in the end. You became the Twitch TV champion. Paul, your thoughts on this? And anything else you want to say?
These are two great opponents. I want to face them again. We had great matches in the Clash. I'm glad to be the first unofficial Triple Crown CWT champion. That's tough for claim, but I'm pulled out of NXT 2.0 question, or no, that's black and gold, and black and gold, but
It was right
I
before
pulled out
2.0.
NXT question
Close enough.
again. Yeah, but they're more known as NXT 2.0 guys, but yeah. Um, yes, I'm glad I just now have another title to defend.
Absolutely, and I will let you guys know before you do the rest of your promos that Scott and Jacob, I mean, you're still 1-1 because Paul won this match, or 1-1-1, whatever you want to count it. So I will let you know that you guys will be playing one more time before we get to Prestige, but the winner of your rubber match will face Paul for the Twitch TV title at Prestige.
Okay.
To see if Jacob can get his title back or Scott can win that title. But I will let you know there will be a number one contenders match, and we will be bringing back a match that we had last year to decide a number one contender, because it will be Jacob Cameron versus Scott Gotta in a last man standing match. Which means, Scott and Jacob, you guys weren't in CWT at the time, but I will let you know that it works like this. You will be playing, this is a new format that I came up with. There's different versions before, but this version is, there's 4 battle zone rounds of 5 questions each. You also get to pick 2 strengths, and the battle zones will be strength based. There will be 4 battle zones. Then whatever points you accumulate will go into round number 2 in the final round, where you'll answer questions where if you get it right, you gain nothing, but if you get it wrong, you lose a point. The first person to 0 is eliminated, and the person still with points remaining is the winner. It'll make more sense when we get to it, I promise. We did it last year. It was great. It actually ended 1-0. Travis beat Dude 1-0. It was a fantastic time. But yeah, that's going to be with your guys' number one contender match going into Prestige. But Scott, you came in second place tonight. How are you feeling about this, and anything you want to say or promote?
Well, first off, I just want to congrats to Paul. I'll tell you, that third round, it's a make it or break it round. It broke me. So, but I look forward to this last man standing match, man. That's going to be good. I look forward to Prestige. Hopefully I'm competing on it. And we'll go from there. But yeah, as always, this was a blast, and look forward to more of this.
It's going to be a fun time. Yes, welcome in Mike Porter, our number one gift subber. Thank you again for that, if I haven't said it enough. But yeah, Jacob, you didn't retain the title, but you have a chance to get a chance. You have a chance at a chance to get it back. Your thoughts, or anything you want to promote or say?
You know, I didn't want to believe in the Twitch TV title curse, but apparently I'm a victim of it now.
It is a curse. It is a curse.
But you know what? Congrats, Paul. That was a great match. Scott, it looks like we still have some unfinished business, so I'm going to be coming into that last man standing match with a little bit of fire in my belly, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Absolutely, it's going to be a great time. But before we get to that, we got to get to our CWT title match as Steve Mesa defends against Joey Suba and Nico Rigoli. Match and day and time to be determined, as well as Eric Moreno taking on Jacob Barber to decide who is going to challenge the winner of that match in the main event of Prestige into 3 levels of Iron, which is a match that always main events Prestige here in CWT. This will be the 3rd one. Paul won last year's. I won the first one. So who will win the 3rd one this year? Other than that, thank you to Eric, Nowhere Boulevard, JB3, and Jay Burns for those 2 gift subs and being here tonight. We appreciate you guys for being here. We will see you soon for more Same Human Rule, those other 2 matches I announced. Plus, Till Someone Fucks Up is going to debut soon. But once I said last night, I got to figure out when I'm doing that and how I'm going to do it. Other than that, have a great night, everyone. We'll see you soon. Peace.